Hello, ladies and gentlemen. For the entrepreneur or the business owner whose turnover is less than 1.5 crore can be able to register their business under composition scheme. One of the scheme for the small and normal persons who are doing their business and the turnover is less than 1.5 crore. This is one of the important tools that entrepreneur and the business owner can utilize in their business. What is the benefit of the composition scheme here is that you do not need to maintain the larger books of account, longer books of account, detailed books of account. You do not need to go for the reconciliations of your GSTR 2A and 2B with the books of account. You do not need to reconcile your GSTR 1 with the GSTR 3B. There is no need to reconciliations. What you need to do here is that you have to simply calculate the outward taxable turnover of a quarter, find out the reduced rate, and simply go and pay the tax. There is no more compliance for the composite dealer. What would be happen in this case here is that as an entrepreneur or as a business owner, you do not need to go for the larger chunk of the GST. You would be able to focus on your business. You would be able to run more business productivity in this case. The second benefit here is that you have to file the quarterly return. You do not need to file the monthly return like how the normal taxable persons are filing. The GSTR 1, then GSTR 2A, 2B reconciliation, and then GSTR 3B. You do not need to do that. You do not need to go for QRNP scheme, quarterly return and monthly payment scheme. You have to simply go and file the quarterly return. You have to simply go and pay the quarterly tax. You do not need to pay monthly tax here. This is the benefit under the composition scheme. You would be able to manage more liquidity. You would be able to manage more liquidity because you are going to pay tax on quarterly basis. This is the beauty of the composition scheme. And you do not need to issue the taxable invoice under composition scheme. What you need to do issue here is the bill of supply. Why bill of supply? Bill of supply is required here because you are not going to charge any tax to your customer. You simply raising the bill under bill of supply, mentioning there that the taxpayer is registered under the composition taxable scheme, a composite taxable persons. You will not charge any tax. So there is no any tax liability you have to raise on the bill. You are not going to collect any tax from your customer. You have to simply issue the bill of supply. What is the drawback of the composition scheme here is that you are not able to take the input tax credit. Within the state supply, you will not get the input tax benefit as well. So what you have purchased within the state or out of a state, right? You will not get the input tax benefit on any purchase. This all become a cost for you. So considering the lower volume, considering the lower turnover, the government has restricted the input tax. And this is because when government allow you to take the input tax credit, what would be happen in that case? That you will again involve in input tax reconciliations. Here government is providing you the reduced rate of tax. What is the normal rate of tax in GST? Is 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. You are not charging tax the 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. You have a reduced rate, might be 0.5%, 1%, 2%. So government is providing the opportunity to these persons whose turnover is less than 1.5 crore, then you do not need to go for the reconciliations of input tax credit. You have to simply pay the reduced tax. So there is no any problem of reconciliations of the input tax credit. And the second drawback here is that you will not run your business through the help or with the help of e-commerce operator. You do not need to take the support and you're not able to run your business through e-commerce operators. This is one of the drawback here. The benefit is more. So find out within yourself if you're working as an entrepreneur or you would have the taxable revenue is less than 1.5 crore. you would have the turnover less than 1.5 crore, then this scheme is more important for you, because you have to focus more on your business. You should be more cognizant about your business, that how your business is running more, how your business is effectively producing the result, how you are increasing the revenues. That is more important for you. And when your turnover is more than the prescribed eligible limit under the composition scheme, then you will go and pay the tax as per the normal taxable persons. What is the important part here is, then government is allowing you to retain your business. If you are not a turnover of rupees 1.5 crore or more, then government say you to go and file the return as usual in the normal compliance, in the lesser compliance. You do not need to worry and go for the normal taxpayer person how they are doing that. The government simply allowing under the composition scheme. When your turnover is increasing, you would be simply go and pay the tax as per the normal taxable persons. This is how the beauty of the composition scheme. Make sure that if you are registered under GST and your turnover is less than 1.5 crore, start and register your business under composition scheme until your turnover is increase of rupees 1.5 crore or more than 1.5 crore. Then you would be able to pay the tax as per the normal taxable persons, and you will file the tax return accordingly as per the normal taxable persons. This is Sanjay Singh signing out. Until we meet again. Thank you. Thank you very much.